is up? So today I'm working off of Shawn Lane's probably one of his most famous solos from the Sneaky Pete's video, and I'll play the little excerpts too before I show them from the actual video, but they're timestamped too, but just so you can hear them. There's one from 301 and one from 425, and I'll link to the actual video I'm pulling these licks from. So first of all, it's surprisingly the song he's playing is in B flat. It's just a funk kind of groove. B flat minor 7 kind of to E flat 7, a funk thing. That kind of thing. So he's mostly playing a combination of B flat, pent, and Dorian, minor Dorian, and a little bit of Mixolydian too. The major third pops in there a few times, but he's mostly pent and Dorian, minor. Surprisingly though, this is like one of his greatest solos, and I used to just listen to it. I never tried figuring it, but I assumed it was in A. Because it's just like it's like the highest, even for him, it's really good. And then I decided to try to transcribe some of it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's in B flat. He's playing in a key that he rarely even plays in. Or at least most of the videos I've seen, he's usually, in some not flat key. So that was surprising that his greatest work almost is that. That solo is probably the greatest early Shawn, and then some later, probably, I would say Time is the Enemy, that live version, which is in E, is like, that's a really cool solo. There's some really great ideas in there, and you can hear where he evolves a lot too between the two. But so this is vintage old Shawn, probably the peak of his playing that was captured on video. And so I'm showing the lines in A. You can play them in B flat, just raise it up one fret. B flats, But I thought I'd just write them out in A for people who are, sort of intermediate and haven't gotten deep into the flat keys. But yeah, it's just a step. Just move it up a step if you want to play it along with the recording. I think that's about it. So let's jump into the line. 301. 301. Boom. There it is. So what's going on here? I'm going to put it to A. So remember, he's up B flat, but I'll do it in A. I'm going to write it out in A, so you can just put it up one half step if you want the B flat. But we're starting up on the upper extension of pent. So if you're thinking of A minor pent, that little upper box, or A Dorian is the scale. So it'd be the G major scale. I could write out the scale, the A major in this position, but he's starting here on the D, the 11, and chromaticing right down, and then hitting the A, and then he's starting the hammer from nowhere sequence. So we got, it's a E minor arpeggio, which fits nicely with the A. This would be like a D7-9 shape, little shapes. G major and D major. So if you had a clean sound, you can treat them as chords, but so he's using the hammer from nowhere. Pick, hammer on the E minor, and then so it's B, G, E, then G, E. That pattern right down. Then the D9, D7-9, same thing. Same pattern. Pick, hammer, hammer, pick, hammer. Same thing in the G. So it's triadic playing. It's triadic. All these are triads in the E Dorian scale. The A Dorian scale, rather. So A Dorian, real quick. We have A minor. The 2 is minor. B minor. C major. D major, E minor, and then F sharp minor, F sharp diminished, minor 7 flat 5, G major, and that's it. And then if we do sevenths, you'd have an A minor 7th, B minor 7, C major 7, D dominant, E minor 7, F minor 7 flat 5, and then G major 7. So all of those seventh arpeggios or triads will work over the A, anything A. It's kind of A7, but it's one of those A7s where it's funk. So you can kind of think of switching between A mixo and A minor pent, A minor Dorian. But a lot of the fast runs he's doing, he just puts them in Dorian. So there's that. 301. All right. Next is going to be at 425. I'm going to play that first. Okay, one more time. All right, so at 425, it's A. I'm gonna, again, it's D flat, but I'll put it in A. So right at 425, he's coming up the A. So now we're in this position. 5th string root, A minor. So you get this little A minor arpeggio here. Same kind of thing. This is very similar to the video I did on the cliche Shawn lick. It's almost the same thing, but the difference here is he's coming up the arpeggio and adding this little chromatic thing here. And that's going to be a recurrent theme in this whole solo. There's a lot of stuff like that. Some other really cool licks where he kind of takes that to the next step. But this is a good intro, a good first lick for this series. And then the same thing, those type of arpeggios again. So that'll be written out in tab. And again, it's following A Dorian with one chromatic note, A minor arpeggio. There's another chromatic that's in G and E, and we just drop it down one, actually two, and then that takes us to the A minor 7, and then that's an E minor 7. He gets a lot of use out of those type of arpeggios. And one thing he does here, this I find very tricky, but I noticed he did it, so I try to incorporate it, is when most people would go chromatic with these two notes, G, E, F sharp, E flat, that type of thing. They'd use their first and, the first two fingers, first and third, that lays out, but he uses second and pinky. So a good way to practice that is just to, go up and down the neck slowly speed it up with those two fingers. And that's about that. That's about it. I got a lot more. There's some much harder things from the solo. I got two I'm going to do next. Some licks that are a little bit trickier, but I thought I'd just start out with a couple. I got to actually practice a little bit more on those other licks. So cool, check that out and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll get some more of the solo next time. Thanks.